Welcome back to Season 1 of Die Inspired. We started with 70 players competing for a cash prize, and now we are down to less than half of our original crew. All 4 ships are sunk, and the lifeboats holding the survivors are tossed and battered as they make their way to the shores of Black Glass Island, the setting for Stage 2 of our competition. The survivors of the Wandering Satyr and the Wooden Maiden make shore on the west side of the island. The survivors of the Expedition and the Menace make shore on the east side of the island. They are alive, but at what cost? Even though safety seems to be in reach, a few players meet their demise right before they make land. Marlin Halfsail slips over the edge of the lifeboat into the dark ocean water. Roland Kethrow succumbs to the turbulent waves and falls into the Oglov Sea, drifting away with barely a sound. A sharp obsidian spike lunges out of the water and strikes Alexander Belcross. Ivar Ragnir is hit by a wave, almost intentionally. He falls into the sea without anyone even noticing he's gone. But the saddest death is Soren Holimian, grabbed by what could only be described as a vine made of water. Soren is pulled into the sea, never to be seen again. As the lifeboats make shore, the players are wet, exhausted, and just glad to be on land. But the question has to be asked, would it have been easier to go down with the ships rather than face what's ahead? Welcome to the second stage of our campaign, Black Glass Island. As we advance, I want to take the time to talk to you about some rules that will now be upheld. First, every player was given 1 proxy player of their choice. We did this so that in case of emergencies, if a player could not make it to the game, they would not have to forfeit their chance at our $5,000 prize. When a proxy player is sitting in, this will signify that the player is using a proxy. If the proxy dies, the player dies. If the proxy makes enemies, the player will now have to deal with the consequences.
Rally! We need to regroup.
Let's explain hit points and armor class, also known as HP and AC. If Val, here, attacks Rusco, to do damage, Val has to roll higher than Rusco's armor class. So Val rolls a 5, plus his attack bonus of 5, equaling 10. It does not beat Rusco's armor class of 18. So Val does not do any damage and does not lower Rusco's hit points. In retaliation, Rusco attacks Val, rolling an 18, plus his attack bonus of 2, equaling 20, which beats Val's armor class of 5. The attack hits. Rusco then rolls 10 points of damage, and Val has to subtract 10 from his total HP. So Val has no HP left, which means he is unconscious, which makes him useless. Pretty much like in real life. This is key because our players will be facing difficult decisions ahead. Teamwork was complicated on the ships, but now on Black Glass Island, it's paramount. Players will have to decide if they value camaraderie or their own fame and fortune.
Well, I'm not participating in the clown show here one way or the other.
Additionally, players will be facing many trials and tribulations. What awaits on Black Glass Island isn't just mystery or danger, but a challenge, unlike anything they've ever seen before. Let's see where the dice take us, once Val figures out how to edit the footage.